So hi Meadowfield.
Hey Meadowfield.
We're going to make a cheesecake today.
Cheesecake day.
Do you want to help us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. What do we have to do first? We have to wash our
hands.
Our hands. So let's go wash our hands. Ready, steady, go. Okay, are your hands clean?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so let's show everybody what we're going to use. Ready? We're going to use some 2 packs of Philadelphia. Of cream cheese. It doesn't have to be
Cream
Philadelphia.
cheese,
It can
not
just be.
Philadelphia.
It can be any cream cheese. So, but Philadelphia works
cheese.
particularly well. 2 big packs of that. So they're 340 grams. And then you need 300 millilitres of cream, double cream. Yes. And then show everybody that one. We're going to use.
Easter egg.
You can use leftover chocolate for this recipe. It's really simple. So you can use leftover Easter eggs, or if you've got any other chocolate lying around the house. But you need about 400 to 500 grams of chocolate. Any chocolate that you want to use, you can use. So we're going to use these ones in our cheesecake. Yeah.
I'll try.
You can try them, definitely.
I can try them.
You'll also need 200 grams of biscuits. Any biscuits that you have lying around in the house. So we're going to use from our biscuit tin. We've got lots of digestives in our biscuit tin, so we're going to use those. We've got a bit less now, but that's okay. So what we have to do is you have to measure out 200 grams of biscuits first of all. And then you're going to mix it with 100 grams of melted butter. So I've got mine on the hob there in what we call a bain-marie, which is when you put a little bit of boiling water in the bottom of your pan and then you melt your butter inside a bowl. We're also going to use 5 tablespoons of caster sugar.
That's sugar.
And if you want to make it a bit Maltesery, which is what I normally do, you can use 2 big tablespoons of Horlicks or any kind of malt drink, or you can just use hot chocolate. It's up to you, and that just gives it an extra chocolatey kick. And the equipment that you're going to need is a whisk and some kind of spatula, or just something that can smooth, because you need to smooth your cheesecake.
I had this one.
You have had that one. Is it yummy?
Yeah, I was trying.
You can try it. And then a big spoon or a little spoon, and maybe a knife if you want to use that for the butter. But that's about it. You need a mixing bowl, 2 mixing bowls probably, and a set of scales if you have any. If not, you can kind of guess the amounts. And a very, very special piece of equipment you need is a cake tin. But if you have one that's kind of a funky one, where you press a button and the bottom pops out, that's perfect, because then you can get your cheesecake out easily without breaking it. So if you have one of those, it's even better. So what we have to do first, the very, very first thing we have to do is to line our cake tin. And there's a bit of a trick to doing this with one of these ones, so you don't have to spend ages cutting it out. What you can do is rip a big square. So you take your baking paper and the base of your cake tin and you place it over it like this. What you then do is put the base inside. And when you flip it shut, it's lined your tin for you without having to do any cutting. And all you have to do is just rip off around the outside. And that's it. It's lined. And the next thing you have to do is to just grease the inside of your tin. So my little helper is going to help me do that. You get some butter in your fingers. It's a nice and messy job. And you put it all the way around the inside of your tin and on the base. And on the hob I've got my melting butter. What I'm going to do now is measure out, while everyone's doing that, 200 grams of biscuits. And what you want to do is crush them. So you're going to squeeze them in your hands like this and then measure them. So we need 200. So it's quite a few. 200, just a little bit over 200, but that's fine. Okay, and that's all done. And you might still have a few bigger lumps in it, but that's fine because they'll just mix with the butter.
Yeah.
So what we do, not yet. what we'll do now is you tip your melted butter into the same bowl as the biscuits. Okay, so you might need an adult to help you if you have done it on the hob, because this bowl can be quite hot sometimes, but mine's not too bad, it's on a very low heat. Another way you can do this is using a microwave, and that might be a lot easier. So, tip your melted butter in with your crushed up biscuits, and take your spoon and give it a good mix. And you see all the butter is mixing with your biscuits. And it makes it nice and soggy. And what this is going to do is it's all going to stick together, because we're going to press it down into the bottom of our cake tin to make our base for our cheesecake. Okay, once it's in, what you need to do is make sure that with the back of your spoon, you're pressing down really hard to make sure that it spreads out and that it all goes really firmly together. So that's what we're going to do now. Ready, go. That's all done. It's made a nice firm base. We're just going to put that in the fridge and then we'll do the next part. Okay, so your base is in the fridge, and the next thing you need to do is make your filling. So that's when we're going to need the chocolate, which I've started to melt on our hob. But again, you can do it in a microwave, it's a lot quicker. So we'll add our chocolate in.
What's my nose? What's my nose, Mummy?
Put some on your nose and give it a little stir. And while I'm doing that, my helper is mixing some of the cream cheese for me. What's on your nose?
Cream.
So my little helper is going to wash his nose. But what we need to do next is add our cream. So once you've whisked it or given it a really good mix, you'll see that it's gone quite thick. And that's a really good sign that our cheesecake filling is almost ready. So now is a perfect time to start adding your other ingredients for your filling. So we need to add 5 tablespoons of caster sugar. So you get your big spoon, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're also going to add your hot chocolate or your Horlicks, which will make it super yummy. So you need 2 or 3 tablespoons of this one, quite big ones. So 1, 2 and a half. And then the super yummy part, we're going to add our melted chocolate. Ready? Okay, so my chocolate has completely melted, so it's all smooth. It's gone from a solid to a liquid. So what we need to do now is we need to tip this into our cheesecake filling. So very carefully tip all of that yummy chocolate in. And then you're going to give it all a really nice stir. So you're going to mix all of that melted chocolate in with your cheese filling and your sugar and your hot chocolate and whatever else you decided to put inside. Okay, so we've got our base out of the fridge and it's firmed up just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to tip our cheesecake filling onto our base. Tip it all in. And then you're going to use the back of a spoon or your spatula or whatever you're using to make sure it's all nice and smooth and evenly spread out. Okay, so we've tipped all of our filling in and we've smoothed it all out, and now's the super fun part where we get to decorate it. So you can use whatever you want, whatever you have around the house really. We've got some leftover Maltesers, we've got some minstrels, and we've got a flake bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate it.
Look, I think I put the one.
And that's it. That's your cheesecake done. So now what you do is you put this in the fridge and it takes about 5 hours to chill and to really firm up. But it's actually the best if you eat it the next day. That's when it's really, really good. So pop it in the fridge.
That's cheesecake finished.
Yay! So we hope everybody's staying safe and we hope that everybody's taking good care of themselves.
Take care of themselves.
Yes. And we hope we'll see you all soon. Bye!